The United States is the only country I've ever known my entire life. And the thing is, the great irony of it all is I'm not the ambassador of Somalia. I don't speak for Somali people. I'm not a spokesperson.
Hi guys, today we'll be watching this video together about Somalis who are coming out to say, pleading with the PUTUS, the President of the United States, not to kick them out of the US over what the government of the United States term as the Somalis being fraudulent in their activities. So let's watch this video together and see what is really going on over there.
Hi, so I just really want to make this video from like a human space. This is something I've been really meaning to say, and I'm so glad that I can finally articulate it to you guys. So I'm Somali. I grew up in Minneapolis. I've been raised here my entire life. I am born here and I've lived here. I've studied here. I'm a pre-med. I do research, and that's usually the type of stuff I talk about on my page. But right now I feel like it's really important for me to say this. What I'm going to say is that I have been getting so many messages telling me to go back to your country, go back to your country. But the reality of the situation is the United States is the only country I've ever known my entire life. And the thing is, the great irony of it all is I'm not the ambassador of Somalia. I don't speak for Somali people. I'm not a spokesperson for this community. I'm just one young person trying to study, navigate life, and live like any other 20-something-year-old living here in this state. And so something that I feel like is going on is that there's a lot of immigrant people and first-gen, second-gen kids like me, with this weight on our shoulders, trying to explain everything going on in our communities, trying to defend our communities. But I'm really no different from any other 20-something-year-old trying to make it here in this state, in this country, in this world. And so I'm sharing this because I really feel like a lot of us are being treated this way and dealing with this quietly. But the reality is we aren't symbols. We aren't some type of ambassador. We are just human beings like everybody else.
You see, I think that is one problem they try to create at every point. She is saying she's not the ambassador of the Somali people to the United States, and at the same time that she is not the spokesperson to the community. But funny enough, she's actually speaking on behalf of our people, and this is a kind worrisome. Still trying to blame the system they are benefiting from in all. Somehow, and I don't find it funny. Neither will the authorities in the United States find this funny as well. Let's continue.
Across this app, I keep seeing people ask Black Americans, what have immigrants ever done to you? So here's the truth. Because we are not going to keep pretending immigrants are automatically innocent just because supremacy is the bigger villain. Yes, immigration has caused harm to the Black American community. Not every immigrant, not only immigrant, and not always with intent, but measurable harm has happened. Economically, many employers have chosen immigrant labor at lower wages instead of hiring Black workers at fair wages. That choice has reduced opportunities for Black workers in the job sectors where we have historically been concentrated. That is a harm. Politically, as immigrant populations grew, major parties shifted their promises, their attention, and resources toward new voting blocs. The Black agenda has been repeatedly deprioritized as politicians calculate numbers rather than loyalty. That is harm. Culturally, Black American creativity has been used globally as a resource, while Black Americans are erased as origin. At the same time, many immigrants adopt negative stereotypes about Black Americans when they arrive because they learn quickly that distancing from us provides social benefits in this system. That is a harm. Geographically, the pattern is the same across multiple cities. Long-standing Black neighborhoods lost their population share and cultural control as new communities with greater economic leverage moved in. Gentrification and repopulation, and both resulted in Black displacement. That is a harm. Socially, immigrants did not enter a neutral landscape. They entered a country with an existing racial order that rewards those who rise above Black Americans, conscious or not. Many participated in that reward structure. That is a harm. And the only reason this conversation is treated like a taboo is because Black Americans are allowed to blame supremacy, but not allowed to acknowledge lateral harm from anyone else. We are allowed to hurt. We are just not allowed to name who contributed to the harm unless the answer is people. That is not hate. That is not xenophobia. That is not jealousy. It is displacement layered on top of sacrifice. Black Americans built what we built under terror and brutality, and everyone else arrived and benefited from that foundation. And when we say protect our share, protect our identity, protect our cultural space, we are told we do not get to decide. That is a harm. No one.
You see, I think some of them are trying just to be as good as they should be. Mostly those who know the truth, who are doing the right thing, who are not being fraudulent, and are not being, trying to look down on the system that gives them the privilege they are enjoying. And in as much as a lot of them accept the fact that they are not into fraud, and some of them, should I say, not all of them are into fraud, they deserve to live. But the majority, or the more, who are into fraudulent activities are the ones denting their image. And as such, if the system pick them or choose to react against their activities in the country, then it's okay. As we can see, we can just generally agree that it's not all Somalis are fraudulent by nature or all black, but most of them who try to do these fraudulent activities at the end of the day try to see the system and the photos to be racial, are not really helping matters. And these are my views, and I would like to know what are your views at the comment section. Thank you. See you next time.